How's it going, folks? Rob here. I'm just doing a little bit of a sort of earthworks down the back here around where the old chicken shed used to be, and I've decided to upend an old wicking barrel that's got a volunteer sweet potato in it. It's been fairly neglected and hasn't had a lot of water, so I don't know what sort of tubers we're going to have in there, whether they're small or large. So what I thought I'd do is just bring you along and give you a bit of a look at a small volunteer sweet potato harvest. Had a fair bit of interest since the last sweet potato clip I posted, so thought it might interest a few folks. So I'll stop nattering on and we'll try and tip this barrel over. So that's the little barrel down in there. It's just sitting between our galangal, well it's actually more turmeric now, bed, and another galangal bed we've started off just down there. It was on the other side of the chook pen, just where this new compost cage is sitting is where the top of the chook pen was, and this was that barrel was outside their day pen. What I plan to do is pretty much we'll just use the soil in it to level out a bit of a trench there. I had a whole heap of bricks buried down the side of the wire, so foxes and whatnot couldn't get into the chook's night pen. I'm going to use that soil pretty much just to fill up that little hole. But yeah, we'll get into pulling out the spuds. So I suppose the best way to do this is grab the handle, try and tip it over, and get it in shot. That'd help too. Now that the camera is set up a little bit better, pull some of these vines out. A couple of small tubers there. A couple more. These are the purple fleshed white fleshed purple skin variety. A little bit of weed. I actually don't think there's going to be too much in here, but you know, it's always interesting to have a gander. There's a couple of shriveled old tubers, so obviously it's been in here for quite a while. What I might do is I'll just try and tip the whole lot over now. The sand and all's going to come out, but I'm not too worried about that. There's a couple down the base there, a couple of small ones. So that also gives you a good look at the base of a wicking barrel, I suppose. All this sand in the base down here, none of the soil gets mixed in with it. Might try and actually save as much of this as I can for other projects. After I get this sand off, we'll have a dig through for some more spuds. I can use this sand to mix through new soil blends to loosen it up, and also in the base of some pouches there's a wicking media, so the soil isn't sitting in the water in the tray all the time. So I think that's about all the sand I'm going to save. Let's have a bit of a dig through here. Small little root. Oops, there's one. This barrel originally had a passion fruit growing in it, but it never really amounted to much. I think that was it. So I gave these guys a bit of a wash, and this is pretty much all the yield. Not a great deal by any means, but I mean for a barrel that's hardly ever watered, I think I did pretty good. Yeah, there's one here that's a little bit rotten on the end. I'd say he's probably the oldest potato in there. So yeah, we might just give him an entire miss. There's a couple here with a little bit of squishy ends. It looks like some sort of bug or beetle's been into them. But other than that, yeah, we've got enough. I mean, even with those bits there, we've got enough to, you know, put a decent amount in a Japanese curry, which is how we like to eat this stuff the most. This variety, I'm fairly sure, is the Northern Star. Thank you very much to a YouTuber here in Australia, Carol, for pointing that out to me. I was unaware. These slips were just given to us at some point in time, and I wasn't aware of the variety. So not a bad little harvest from a wicking barrel that's been fairly neglected for the last couple of months. I mean, especially being a volunteer plant, can't really, you know, complain about any harvest I get from it. I've decided to use them in a fish curry because Bianca told me to. I harvested a couple of Jade perch from the system today, and she had a choice between Thai style fish balls or fish cakes and curry, and she went with a curry. So those sweet potatoes will just be chopped up and thrown into that. The soil from the barrel itself has already been spread out on where I'm sort of roughly where I'm sitting here. I've got this little white tray. It's just a bottom, or it's actually a side wall of an IBC, and what I'm going to do is pop a couple of root pouches in that, and that'll act as a reservoir, and I'll set that up just here in this location, and I'll grow the little loofah that's under the camera there up a trellis behind it, and maybe some peas in the pouches and some potatoes down the front. So anyway, what I might do is I'll set that up, and hopefully you'll be able to have a bit of a look at that on the clip that I'll be posting on, I think it's Sunday here Australian time, middle of the day, 12 noonish, and also in the state I'm trying to post them around about your early evening over there, so everyone gets something to look at on the weekend. If you're interested in checking out the other sweet potato harvest we had last week, you can check it out on that little clip there, or the week before now. And yeah, if you feel like subscribing, hit that little subscribe button. You can click a box and you'll get an email every time I post a clip to YouTube, and you can come along and see what we're doing in our small little backyard farm. I hope everyone is well and happy, and I will catch you Sunday and Saturday, or Saturday. Cheers folks, take it easy.